Hi Pisces, this is your horoscope for June 2017. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Now from the 24th of May through until the 10th of June, we have Venus conjuncting Uranus. A conjunction in astrology is when two planets sit together and they meet and they start to blend their energies together. Venus is the planet of love, beauty and creativity. Uranus is the planet of rebellion and eccentricity, and both of them are in the super fiery and super headstrong sign of Aries, which is literally the ram, which wants to move forward and get things done. So both of these sit together in your second house of money and belongings, and they give you a huge amount of motivation to really create prosperity and wealth in your life. That is going to be the big focus here with this conjunction. There's also a trine to Saturn in your 10th house, and it's going to say, how am I going to create more abundance? And can I do that within my existing job, or do I need to add on something new, or do I need to ask for a promotion, or how am I going to do this? That's what's going to be important to you at the beginning of the month. On the 5th of June, we have Mars going into Cancer, and Mars is the archetypal male principle, and it stays in Cancer for the rest of the month of June now. It's in your 5th house, and Mars in Cancer is uncomfortable because Mars likes to move ahead. Cancer is much more involved with the feelings. In your case, it works quite well because Mars in Cancer is in your 5th house of romantic relationships, so those are going to become more important to you. If you're single, you might start to feel uncomfortable with a lack of relationships. If you haven't been interested in relationships at all up until now, this Mars in Cancer may make you feel like having a relationship would be a good thing. If you're in a relationship already, this drives you to open up emotionally and to connect more deeply on an emotional level with another human being. So if you as a Pisces are in a relationship already, this month is going to be good for you in terms of your relationship because you will open up much more. On the 6th of June, we have Venus moving into Taurus, and again, like Mars, Venus stays in Taurus all month. Venus goes into your 3rd house of communication, and Venus in Taurus is super creative in a tangible, physical way. So Venus loves to create and make things, and in your 3rd house of communication, you're really now going to have a focus on getting your message out there, getting the point across. Mercury, the communication planet, is also in Taurus in your 3rd house. So the 6th of June will be about making things and communicating what's going on internally and capturing it either in writing or in art or in pottery or in fashion or in jewelry design or in floristry or something that you do on a physical level that is an expression of how you feel internally. On the 7th of June, Mercury, the communication planet, moves out of Taurus and it moves into Gemini, into your 4th house, and it stays in Gemini until the 21st of June. Now, Mercury in Gemini is very happy because it rules that sign, and your Sun is also in Gemini in your 4th house. So these two ensure that you have amazing family relationships, that you're empowered by your relationships, that you get information from family members and that you get to speak to them in such a way which really brings you together and empowers you and gives you information that you can even use in your working life. But the most important thing is that you feel connected, you feel like you're able to communicate, and you feel like you're a part of something. That is like being cradled and loved, okay? And because you feel so loved, you then get the confidence, and that Uranus in your 2nd house will say, let's push to really create some success for ourselves in a financial sense. On the 9th of June, we have the full moon in Sagittarius. I will make separate videos on the full moon and the new moon because they are complex, and I kind of break them down in detail in those videos. But for you Pisces, this month, the full moon on the 9th is going to be in Sagittarius, and it's going to be in your 10th house of career. It sits between Saturn and Black Moon Lilith, and it's an odd one. You may feel like your existing career and the path forward is somewhat fuzzy, and you may consider other ways of working and other ways of making money during this full moon. The 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, those are the dates where you may get inspiration or insights and other potential paths will open up for you. Because the focus is on creating more abundance and wealth. If you're on a fixed income, if you're employed, or if you're a pensioner, that desire doesn't care about that. It wants to create more income. So use the full moon to let yourself be inspired as to what you can do independently on the side or for another person that will generate extra funds coming in. So you will get that information during the full moon period. Just take some time to just, listen and tune in and get those messages. On the 16th of June, all the way through until the 22nd of November, your ruler, Neptune, goes retrograde. Okay. Now, Neptune is this wonderful, beautiful water planet of dreams and aspirations, and it really inspires you, and it really just guides you, and it provides you with this emotional depth. When it goes retrograde, it becomes even deeper. It becomes even stronger. Because Neptune is almost passive, when it goes retrograde and it appears to be going backwards, it becomes even more passive and the emotional depth becomes greater. So Neptune is in your first house of Pisces. The moon on the 16th of June is also in Pisces in your sign, and Chiron is in Pisces on the 16th. So that period from the 16th of June until the 22nd of November, with Neptune going retrograde, will be a period of increased intuition, greater imagination, greater intuitive messages, just knowing things. Your clairs are going to be souped up and increased. But on this day particularly, on the 16th, you have the opportunity to heal a wound within yourself. Something from the past. There's really an opportunity that comes along in your real life that allows you to heal a wound from the past. On the 16th of June as well, until the 5th of July, we've got Mars trining Neptune. And Mars is now connecting to that Neptune. It's 120 degrees away, and that's a connection where the two also mesh their energies together and there's not friction, it's harmonious. So love for yourself, love for other people, wanting to connect, wanting to be emotionally seen and heard is going to be really important to you. With Mars connecting to that Neptune, it will increase the emotional appreciation you've got for yourself and for other people. There's more love for others and more love for yourself. On the 21st of June until the 6th of July, Mercury moves into Cancer. And Mercury now joins Mars and your Sun, also in Cancer in your 5th house. And this makes the romantic experience even greater for you. You come across as you communicate very authentically, very genuinely. People will like the way you come across. You will seem to wear your heart on your sleeve, and you'll be very able to open up emotionally. Again, if you're in a relationship, it's wonderful to strengthen that relationship. If you're single, you're meant to go out and date because you come across very, very well, and you'll have this really nice, nurturing, loving energy about you, which only gets stronger as the days here progress, because on the 24th of June, we have the new moon in Cancer in your 5th house of romance, and that pulls in even more of this loving, nurturing energy. So you end the month here really with a lot of love for yourself, a lot of love and affection to give other people, and really there's a great opportunity for you to experience love and romance with someone new if you're single, or if you're in a relationship, to really understand that other person on a much deeper level and on a much more profound level, and to really get much closer. So that's what I get for you here in June. I hope that gives you something to go on. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And what I do is I draw up your birth chart by looking at your place of birth, date of birth, time of birth. That allows me to look at your birth chart, and that is a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your vocational aptitudes are, what your life purpose is, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what's going on with relationships. And I can also look at your progress chart, your transits, your astrocartography to see how you've changed and how you're going to continue to change in future, how the external environment is going to influence you and what's coming up for you in future over the next couple of months and years even. And I can also have a look at what part of the world works really well for you, and whether where you're living is detrimental or it actually supports you. So these are all tools that the astrology allows me to look at, which is why it's such an amazing divination system, because you can't get any more information than this. So I can do that via a personal reading. If you like these videos that I make and you want to support me, then please click the subscribe button. That's hugely important to me. So thank you very much for that. And I will speak to you next month for the July forecast for Pisces. So I hope you have a wonderful June, and I'll speak to you next month.